Hi everyone. Today we are going to study transforms of a periodic function, very important topic. So before we go for the transform of periodic function, let us understand what is periodic function. A function, a function, usually we denote it by f of t, right, is said to be a periodic function of period of a period t, okay, for greater than 0 if f of t is equal to f of t plus capital T, or f of t plus 2t, or f of t plus 3t, and it goes on. So we write f of t is equal to f of t plus nt. To have a better understanding of periodic function, a periodic function is nothing but f of t, the function, can be written as f of t plus nt. This t represents the period. Okay, I'll just show you with the diagram, it will be easy for you to understand. So I'll take an example of sine function. Okay, as we all know, sine functions point, so based on that I'm going to plot the curve, right? So we'll start with sine 0. So here it is a point 0. Sine 0, it starts here. Sine 90. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So it reaches here. Sine pi 0. Sine 3 pi by 2, which gives a negative 1. Sine 2 pi is 0. Sine 5 pi by 2 is positive. Sine 3 pi is 0. Sine 7 pi by 2 is negative 1. Again sine 4 pi is 0. Sine 9 pi by 2 is positive 1. And it goes on. Sine 5 pi, I'll just mark it as 0. Okay. So you can connect the points now. Sine 0, 0. Sine pi by 2 is 1. Again sine pi is 0. Sine 3 pi by 2 is negative 1. Similarly, you can connect all the points which we have already marked. You will get a curve of this form. This is nothing but sine function curve, and it keeps on proceeding. Okay. Similarly, you have for negative also. You can do it for negative also. Similarly, I have taken points on the negative side. Sine of minus theta will be minus sine theta. So you can have the value like this. It will connect. And it keeps on proceeding as we did for positive side. So you may ask how it is related for periodic function. Okay. Here you can take the period of 0 to 2 pi. You can see the curve and up and the down, right? A curve of this wave. This will be again repeated for 2 pi. Again, if you are extending, it will be repeated for 6 pi. So this sequence, this periodic is called periodic function for sine x. The period of 0 to 2 pi. So sine x is a periodic. When I say periodic, you can see this curve is again repeating for this interval. 0 to 2 pi. Again you can proceed for 2 pi to 4 pi. This curve keeps on repeating. The orientation, the symmetry of the curve will remain the same. Function of 2 pi. Similarly, you can try it off with cos function also. Cos will start from 1 because, right, cos 0 is 1. So curve will start from here and then it proceeds. This is the exact diagrammatical meaning of periodic function. So now, using the basic idea of periodic function definition, we are going for Formula for Laplace transform of periodic function with period t. This is what we are going to derive, and it is defined as Laplace transform of f of t, that means a function is equal to 1 by 1 minus e power minus s capital T integral 0 to capital T e power minus s small t f of t into dt. This is what we are going to derive it, and it's highly important in case of engineering, so it's always better to learn the proof. So let us start the proof. It's very simple. Just you should have the basic idea of formula and how we are going to sum it up. That's it. So we are using the formula basic definition, that is 0 to infinity e power minus st f of t dt. This is our standard definition, but instead of using this I am using the variable as u. I'll tell you why we are changing the variable. Usually the formula is defined in terms of t, but we are defining in terms of u. Okay. So e power minus su f of u into du. Okay. Usually it will be in terms of t, but we have written in terms of u. So this, as you know, this is ranging from 0 to infinity. I can split this integral as finite integrals. So that is 0 to t e power minus su f of u into du. Again from t to 2t e power minus su f of u du plus integral 2t to 3t e power minus su f of u into du. You can see this limit is ranging up to infinity. So this term will go up to infinity. So this is an independent terms with addition. I can add all the term and write it as summation form. Instead of writing each term and then finding the solution, add all the term. Limits are ranging from 0 and it is going up to infinity. N is equal to 0 to infinity. Right? N is equal to 0 to infinity. Take the integration. You can see here it is 0. Here it is becoming t, 2t. For example, the next term will become 3t to 4t. Right? So it is being getting incremented by n value. If n is 0, you get lower limit. N is 1, t, 2t, 3t and so on. So I can write here nt. You can substitute the values. 0 means first term, 1 means second term, third term and fourth term. Similarly, go for upper limit. It starts from 0, right? But I have already t. So it is of the form n plus 1. 0 plus 1 becomes 1 into t. So here n is 1 here. So 1 plus 1 is 2t. 2 plus 1 is 3t. 3 plus 1 is 4t and so on. E power minus su f of u into du. Okay. For our simplification, what we are doing is for our simplification, we are using the definition of periodic function. As we know, f of t is equal to f of t plus nt. So what we are doing, we are taking u as the period here. So let u is equal to, right? Let u is equal to, we should write in terms of period, right? So t plus nt. You can see here, if t is t plus nt, then u is equal to t plus nt. This we are going to substitute in our formula. So whenever we make some substitution for integration, make sure the limits are also be considered. So here the limits are defined for u nt for lower limit and u has n plus 1 into t for the upper limit. Kindly substitute it here. So when I put the lower limit, when u is equal to nt, substitute it here. Nt is equal to t plus nt. So nt minus nt is equal to t. So lower limit t is equal to 0. Similarly, you substitute for upper limit here. So what we get, u is equal to n plus 1 into t. Substitute it in this case. So we get n plus 1 into t is equal to t plus nt. So when you multiply nt plus t is equal to t plus nt, this nt and nt get cancels out. So t will be equal to capital T. That is for the upper limit. So t is equal to capital T. So wherever you see u, replace it by the periodic function t plus nt. So e power minus s into t plus nt f of t plus nt. Du is nothing but the derivative. You differentiate this term with respect to t, du is equal to dt. Because n is constant, t is also constant into dt. So we need to further simplify, okay. Since integration is only for t, other terms are treated to be a constant. So what are the other terms? S, n and t. So that you can take it outside. So this exponential I am segregating. So e power minus st minus snt f of t plus nt dt. Okay. I can segregate the powers. So summation n is equal to 0 to infinity integral 0 to t e power minus st into e power minus snt f of t plus nt into dt. This term is completely independent of t, which I can take it out. So what I get? Summation n is equal to 0 to infinity e power minus snt, okay, integral 0 to t e power minus st f of t plus nt dt is the step. Okay. So step I am continuing here. You can see this by the definition of periodic function. F of t can be written as by periodic function f of t plus nt, right? So this I am going to substitute in our last step. Okay. So it is summation n is equal to 0 to infinity e power minus snt integral 0 to t e power minus st f of t dt. This is nothing but Laplace transform, right? Laplace transform of the function. Yes, Laplace transform of the function. And this term I am going to rewrite it as summation n is equal to 0 to infinity e power minus st whole to the power n. Okay. Integral 0 to t e power minus st f of t into dt, which can be written as e power mn can be written as m power n. You can check this. This is a binomial expansion of the form. It's a binomial expansion or by binomial theorem we say. Okay, summation n is equal to 0 to infinity e power minus st whole power n can be written as 1 minus e power minus st power minus 1, which we can substitute back here. So Laplace transform of f of t, we have got it as 1 by, instead of minus 1 I am taking to the denominator, 1 by e power minus st integral 0 to t e power minus st f of t into dt. That's the proof. So you can start with the formula, but make sure you are changing the variable to u, expand it, summation, and here you need to remember that we are using the definition of periodic function. Let u is equal to t plus nt. Whenever you are changing the variable, make sure the limits are also being changed, 0 to t. Substitute and take out the term which is independent of integration. And this is nothing but f of t plus nt by the periodic function, it is f of t. So on substituting here, you get the last term, but this is a binomial expansion. If you want, you can expand this term and check it is of the form 1 minus e power minus st whole power minus 1. Instead of negative 1, I have taken to the denominator. I